come in! Come in! Somebody come in! Ah! Oh, no! Oh, God! Don't do that, you dick!
I remember when you were a little kid, you used to dream of owning your very own print and copy shop?
Nope.
Yeah, me neither. Thank you. This guy came into my shop today.
I have a broken down old barn. It's probably haunted.
Say haunted?
It's just very, very creepy.
If we could document some ghost activity, we can actually do something with our lives.
I'm in.
They have a tech specialist guy. Well, that's what we need. He's a genius.
We don't have night vision goggles per se, but I do have 2 digital cameras with night vision settings. I duct taped them to a baseball helmet.
Get on the ground! We're putting together this little team, and you're obviously tough.
All right, I'll do it. Rather not see civilians get hurt on my watch.
You're a civilian, though, because that badge is plastic and you work in a mall.
With any luck, tomorrow morning, I found some ghosts.
Yes!
We've been catching EMF spikes all night long, but no source.
Did you die in this room?
We need to open up a line of communication with them.
If there are any spirits present, let them make themselves known.
You've angered us!
I don't think we're welcomed here.
Has anybody been in the barn since Stan and I were here? Look. Go, this is our chance, go! What was that?
There's a face.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Face, we got a face!
Ross?
This is like where Mel Gibson sees the aliens in Signs.
Give the alien thing a rest for 1 second. Okay, 2 of our friends just got taken by demons.
Oh, so it's okay to believe in ghosts, but aliens are ridiculous.
Do me a favor, if you see a zombie, don't shoot him in the chest, okay? You gotta aim for the head.
Quit it! Stop it! You're getting spit on! I don't want to!
What's up, guys? How you doing today?
This is a fancy studio. I can see all the way to the end of the building. Awesome.
Full transparency here. Are you enjoying that? Exactly. You get to see
You
everybody.
can see each cubicle worker at their desk doing nothing.
Feel free to just stare at whoever you want to stare at intensely until they notice you. Yeah, exactly. You got to feel that. It's amazing, man. Well, congratulations, Coast team. This is really fun, man. He's got, yeah, exactly. Clap. I like it.
That's my golf clap.
That's your golf clap we were talking about, Peter, yeah. So tell me a little bit about what you connected with in this script. What'd you enjoy about the story? What'd you enjoy about poking fun with the medium of, ghost stories, ghost television?
Well, there's like 100 of those TV shows on like Sci-Fi Network, and basically these ghost hunters, and that's really what the movie's about. Is my character loves those shows. I myself, I'm fascinated by actually ghost stuff. I don't watch those shows per se, but I do. I love reading haunted stories, and I get into that stuff. I love it. So that part connected to me. I thought it was a really funny script. And I had never done a movie, even though it's still more in the comedy realm. I was really excited to do something where we're running around with gas lanterns.
Oh, man.
And flashlights and like screaming like little girls. And we had such a fun time. It was amazing.
I mean, you talked a little bit about how you're not into it on the day-to-day, but, were you watching a lot of Ghost Hunters? Were you watching the Paranormal Activities? Were you watching any of those movies or TV shows to get inspiration for, what resulted?
Oh, yeah, you got to do method, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So first I turned on my night vision and checked my own house. And then when that yielded no fruit, I gave up very quickly.
It's great that you just have night vision laying around. That's awesome.
Oh, on your camera phone and everything like that. It's my own version of night vision. It's basically see nothing. It's blackness.
And when you were discussing with the director how the overall look of the film, I mean, did you guys have reference points, or did you guys have like source video that you were going after? YouTube, as a great resource?
Oh, no, we had those kind of shows. We definitely took a look at those shows and looked at those to see kind of the vibe and how these guys act. because so much of it is like, running around and making a big deal out of like a little cricket dying or any little cough. Oh my gosh. And then they create a whole backstory to who the person was that died and made that cough. But no, I know that Oliver Irving, who wrote and directed the film, he grew up doing these kind of movies when he was a kid and getting really excited about just hanging out. As a child, he used to hang out at cemeteries alone. Looking for ghosts himself. And so we talked a lot about that and how I grew up doing a lot of camping and Boy Scouts. So this was not that far from my memories as a child, running through the woods, kind of scaring yourself essentially.
And I love this cast. I mean, the movie is so fun. But I mean, Justin Long, you got some Melanie Diaz,
You know them.
Yeah, exactly. You know them, exactly. So tell me a little bit about how the cast came together and did you guys have the luxury of hanging out before and creating like a family vibe?
Yeah, this was easily one of the funnest sets I've ever been on. And by set, I mean location.
Here in New York, correct?
It was right on Long Island. Oh shoot, I should have done my homework where we shot it. It was up kind of east.
Describe it. Somebody out there will know it. Yeah.
No, wait. Map, east, lower part. Havenbrook is what I want to say. Right? No? No, okay.
Brookhaven. We got a Brookhaven over here.
Brookhaven. Oh, Havenbrook.
There we go. There we go.
I'm dyslexic, I guess. Didn't even know that. Diagnosed.
Just diagnosed here at AOL Build. Exactly. Exclusive.
But we shot it on this farm, and we spent pretty much the whole shoot there on this farm. And it was, this is an independent film, and we were kind of forced, when you do those kind of films, your situations are a little bit different. You don't have fancy trailers or anything like that. Not that I've ever had one. I'm still working on that.
You'll get there. You'll get there. Yeah.
But yeah, we really became a family. It should be called Ghost Family.
Oh, there we go.
But then
that's a sequel.
Might think it's about a ghost family.
So tell me about what it's like to run around, like you were explaining, like running around with these guys, playing. Imagine there was some goofing off, on set, on location, as you were saying. Who was the big prankster? Who's a big? I know Justin Long's a bit of a. He's actually a bit of a stiff. Oh, really? Okay, good. Yeah, I'm glad he's not here.
Well, he plays it up. He's very very funny on camera, but. No, actually, because it was a farm that I remember we were chasing this. We didn't hurt. No animals were hurt in the making, but they did have geese there and chickens. And I kept trying to show them how you can hypnotize a chicken, by laying it. Have you guys ever seen a hypnotized chicken? Well, you can go on the internet at whatever.com.
When this is done, go YouTube
right?
this away. Exactly.
Yeah, check it out. Hypnotizing chickens, your minds will be blown.
It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys had a little bit of that.
Yeah, we loved. It really was like camping because we'd shoot a lot of night shots. So it was freezing. We shot this in October.
Oh wow!
And so there in Long Island, and we're right on essentially the ocean. It was a farm that was up against the ocean, so it would get really cold at nights. And unfortunately, Fortunately for me, my character had a very warm wardrobe on, while the rest of the cast, they were freezing. I was like,
T-shirts,
it's a big deal, you guys. Come on. Stop being pussies. Come on.
Man up.
It was awesome. I loved it. It was like camping again.
Yeah, exactly. And, October, was this around Halloween? Did you find yourself, getting in the mode where you were actually freaking yourself out because you're constantly looking for that scene, Oh,
absolutely. My birthday's in October. I love October. I love going to haunted houses, watching scary movies. So I was bummed, but it was a good switch because we shot all of October. I wasn't at home with my kids doing Halloween stuff, but it was a very good switch because we got to run around and scare each other on cold nights, and we actually took turns telling each other ghost stories.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh, what was the best one? Who was the best storyteller?
Amy Sedaris is pretty scary.
I have to admit, she's fantastic. She's fantastic in this too. What's it like? She's playing kind of a whacked out character. I mean, what is it like with her?
She's just being herself. She carries her own wigs around with her. That's the level of nutso she is.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And so when you were filming this, I mean, were you getting to play with the night vision? Were you getting to play with the elements that you guys are, like the different gizmos, everything like that? Where was that all coming from? Were you guys buying things at Toys R Us or making stuff?
No, we had all these, little gadgets that really were just cheap little toys because, again, we were an independent film. And in the movie, the whole point is that we want to be legit. And it really starts out as me and my best friend, played by David Krumholtz,
right?
Who's amazing.
And that's great.
And we're just like, we're going to be the only ones. But then we start realizing, oh, maybe we should have night vision. Oh, maybe we should have a medium there. And we start kind of handpicking our team. But nobody is ever on the same page. And they're all kind of doing everything, Bush League. Everything is just kind of, oh, we're going through the motions. We're half-assing everything.
That's fantastic.
So, our equipment was not up to par with the Ghostbusters, per se.
Right, and I love that you guys didn't go crazy with the CGI after the fact. It looks very much like guys who are trying to make it work, trying to, in their own heads, they sort of see it happening, but it's not happening on screen.
For sure. A lot of the film is there something there? I'm not going to give anything away. You got to go see it.
Exactly,
to believe it and to see what
August
really
12th,
happened.
guys. Yeah, check it out.
But there is a lot of what ifs and, what's going on? Not plot-wise. You'll get what's going on plot-wise, but...
It's very cohesive, exactly.
Very cohesive.
So you mentioned David Krumholtz. He's so great in this. Yeah. I mean, one of the opening scenes, you're trying to pull him through a window, and that looked like that was just an utter struggle. Because he's put on a few LBs for the movie, I'm sure. So
just for the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He went right back to his 90-pound frame as soon as we finished shooting. He's that pro. We had a great time doing that because, well, I had a great time. I don't think he was super comfortable. You guys know, seriously, crew members, get me out. John's a wimp. Can't do it.
And did you guys know each other before? Or was it the first time working together? I mean, you guys have a great vibe.
Oh, thank you. No, I think it was Justin and I have met a few times, but everybody else was the first time working with everyone. It was great.
Wow. And how does it feel for you when these things are sort of cut together in the edit? Are you involved with the edit at all? Are you seeing the final result for the first time in the screening room? Or how involved were you with the process this time? Because I imagine this is a story in particular that is helped a lot by the edit, in the end.
That's the editor, man. I'm there. We got to see actually a lot of the dailies, like at the end of each day of shooting, the director would bring us up into the little warming hut where, everybody else is freezing outside, and him and the powers that be had a little warming hut. And that's where they had the little, computer, and they'd run dailies through there. And it was a treat because we had nothing else to do. I mean, we had fun. Everybody really was a family, and we were all stuck together for 2 weeks. So, we got to go watch a lot of the process, but, they kept to it. Here in New York, I'm over in LA, so I wasn't a huge part of the post process.
Right.
So I am excited. I haven't even seen the film yet.
You haven't seen it all the way through yet?
No, but I felt it. I lived it.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
I'm excited.
So you do know how it ends, though?
No, they completely changed the third act. That's what they told me.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise third act. I like that. So you mentioned the 2 weeks just hanging out in New York. I mean, what else did you guys do? Did you guys do anything else to kill time in the local area, or where were you guys staying?
This is Brookhaven, right? Well, we were staying, Brookhaven's the party place, right?
Brookhaven's getting a lot of shout-outs
now we're getting some little blood running.
Tourism board is just going like that.
There was a restaurant, I should have done my homework, that we kept going to because it was like the only restaurant that stayed open. We shot super late hours. And so we would be done, and we're like, all right, let's go to this little kind of restaurant bar. Great restaurant. And they were very kind and let us hang out and dance on top of the tables.
I hope that's in the behind the scenes on the DVD. That's going to be there, right?
Well, I'm sure if you check David or Justin's, Instagram, there's videos on there somewhere of their shenanigans. But we had a great time.
And did you guys find it hard getting through some of the, I mean, you're talking so many different funny people, Amy, Melanie. Was it hard to get through all the scenes? You guys have a moment you were just cracking up, breaking down, we have to wrap it for today.
It was, you got Amy and Paul Downs, who's kind of a little bit of a newcomer, but he's on and him and Justin and David, really funny guys. And I play a little bit more of the team leader, the straight guy. And we had a couple scenes with the Ouija board where, you know, every take someone was trying to come up with something else stupid to ask the ghosts. And it really halted production and really slowed us down. And we had to go to a few more investors to pay for those extra.
For the Ouija board time, exactly. Yeah, rub that out. So tell me a little bit about why you enjoy comedy so much. I mean, obviously, you've done so many different kinds of characters, and you are a little bit of the straight man in this. So have you ever felt the urge to do something a little more dramatic or more serious? Is the Oscar picture Jon Heder?
Well, this is it. This is the dramatic. This is a drama you're going to see. I carry the drama, the conflict of the film, if you will, while the rest of my butterflies, they float alongside and they do their work. No, I love comedy. I love drama. I'm always looking to do more of that. And this is fun. I think for most of us, I mean, a few of the cast members said, yeah, we've done a little bit of horror, a little bit of scary movies, but not much. And for all of us to genuinely, it's played for real. I mean, there's jokes in there, but it's more like kind of real jokes and the scenes where scary stuff is happening.
You guys are freaking out.
Genuinely scared.
Screaming.
Yeah.
Was that a lot of fun to sort of like?
We loved it. I see why so many people do those kind of films because it's fun. It gets your blood running. I love shooting in the cold and it gets you like you feel alive. You really do.
To really start to feel alive.
There in Brookhaven. Yeah.
So tell me, what else is coming up? I mean, what other pictures can we look forward to in the Jon category?
Check out. There's a cartoon on Disney Channel, Pickle and Peanut. It's kind of a crazy, nutso, weird.
I think I've heard of this.
Ren and Stimpy type. I can't believe Disney's making it for us sort of deal. But I play Pickle, and it's a romp. It's very fun. It's kind of insane. I love it. And so check that out. And we're in season 2 now. So.
That's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And what kind of movie project would you want next? What are you sort of looking out there for?
Oh, I'm looking to do the Tom Petty biopic.
Nice. I would watch that. I would watch that in a second.
That's what I was told back in college when I had a few less pounds. But I've been talking to Tom, and maybe he could put on a little bit of weight. And then will match perfectly.
That's how that usually works, right? You tell them the subject, you know, how you want to be. I like that.
Or he might do the biopic of me.
I like that. That's great.
Super interesting.
Are there any actors out there in the comedy world that you just want to work with? You know, greatly. Who do you look for? You know, who do you look up to?
Oh man, there's so many to pick from. Now we're getting serious. Jeff Bridges is amazing. I've always been a huge Jeff Bridges fan. I don't know. What have I been watching recently? I think about Stranger Things I just watched.
Oh yeah, that goes by so quick.
Yeah, so I'll work with those kids. And they weren't very funny. Actually,
Right.
Actually, some of them were great.
There's some fun in there, yeah.
Maybe work for Netflix. Maybe work. They're kind of like just pumping out gold right now. But I don't know. I mean, just it's really, you know, as long as the script is funny, and then whoever they get will be great. And Will Ferrell would be great to work with.
Absolutely.
I would love to do a project. Wait, oh shoot, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost forgot about that. No.
So Lewis, I mean, what did you enjoy about that character, and what kind of characters have you played that you'd love to sort of revisit, or are you a big sequels guy? Have you been thinking about sequels and for any of the characters that people know you from?
I normally get hired to do films that are like a one concept viewing, like, you know, I dig sequels. It's always fun. But I don't know. I don't see any of my, you know, past films necessarily having sequels. It's like we mined all the comedy that you could get from a certain concept, and then, I mean, you know, you could always see maybe the adult years of Napoleon Dynamite, but it would
Absolutely, I would watch that in a second.
But it would be up for dramatic competition at Sundance. It would be a very sad story. I don't think it'd be funny anymore.
No?
Yeah. I mean, the adult years of Napoleon being a responsible adult, I think he's working in the food service industry, and he's got kids on. He's trying to pay for their welfare, and he's not doing too well.
It sounds like you have a plot all figured out for this. I mean, is everybody aboard? Let's get this going.
Oh, so you're on board for this weird
I
kind
am.
of
I don't know. I am.
version.
I'm into it.
All right. He may lose he won't have the luscious, youthful curls that he did once. He'll have it all shaved off, and he'll have adult braces.
Just making it sound better. I don't know. I know you're trying to make it not work, but that sounds better.
Everybody's loving it. I was like, oh, I just pitched it right there.
You just did the pitch right there. I hope people are watching AOL Build right now. So let me know. I mean, do you get stopped all the time for that movie? I mean, I have to ask. I mean, do people want photos? They want you, doing the pose, the dance, whatever?
No, mostly they just keep walking. I'm the one who has to stop them. Hey, did you know? No, you don't. Okay. My voice gives it away normally, actually.
Really, on the phone? You get it on the phone?
Well, yeah. When I call strangers normally, it's Saturday nights. I make my normal rounds.
like customer service.
Hey, recognize this voice? You recognize it now? I get stopped, but that's if I'm on the streets, working the streets. I normally stay at home and locked up in my house, and I'm agoraphobic and everything. But yeah, no, I get asked that, and it's always fun.
And do you think, as Ghost Team, I mean, do you think you're gonna have the kids watch this? Is this something they're gonna stick? You want them to grow up to a certain age before they watch this? I mean, it's got thriller, it's got a little bit of scares, but it's mostly Dad just being funny.
It is, but they can probably wait a few more years once they understand, how. Yeah, it might be a little heavy for the kids right now.
Yeah,
but I want them to see, funny Dad first before he puts on the dramatic hat. I mean,
so what would be like the list that you show the kids when have they already seen some of the films, or are they cut off?
My stuff?
Yeah.
I showed him Napoleon Dynamite the other day for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and she said, my 9-year-old daughter, was like, for probably about a week, it was her favorite movie. Like writing down in journals.
You got 7 days.
What's your favorite movie? It's Napoleon Dynamite. I was like, oh, and then it was quickly The Descendants from Disney, like right back.
Boo.
And it was that for like 4 straight months. So it was like a little unfair, So I think baby steps.
Yeah, well, I think maybe Napoleon Dynamite 2, she'll like that. I think she'll really respond to what you were pitching
Oh my
there.
gosh, they'll cry when they see. I think everyone will cry. My children.
It's amazing. So I guess we have some questions out in the audience. So whoever has a mic there.
Hey, John. Such a huge fan of your work. It seems like you guys had a lot of fun shooting for this film. So I was just wondering, did you guys have fun offset? Like, did you pull like any pranks or anything?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like what we said before.
There's got to be more, though. You guys a bunch of cut-ups.
Yeah, I mean, Justin always had his weird morning shakes, and so we'd like throw grass in there. But it wouldn't really
ripped,
be any...
is what you're saying? He was pumping it up for the security guard part?
He plays a security guard, and he's supposed to be, trim and fit. And that guy, he's doing the whole like green juice diet. So we'd throw like grass in there.
Mm-hmm. You would throw grass in there.
It's basically what he's drinking anyways.
That's amazing.
What else would we do? Amy Sedaris, she's definitely kind of a prankster. She loves to kind of mess with everyone. We would do little dance-offs in our own little cast warming hut that they had for us. And so there's a lot of booty shaking in people's faces, mostly from this guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably just dominated that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Nice. Next
So
question.
painted a picture for you.
There we go. Exactly. Mental picture. We go right there.
Hi, John. Thank you for being here. So which particular cast members in your career did you work with, did you learn from? And would you consider working with them again in the future?
Oh, yeah. I learned something from everyone I work with. I mean, I really observe everybody in their element when they're working, and you see everybody has their different methods. I I would work with any of them again. I mean, it's always been a pleasure. I think I've lucked out. I mean, I think if you ask any other actor, who's worked probably twice or 3 times as much as I have, they have a couple in there where they're probably like, oh yeah, no, that guy or that she or whoever was like difficult. But I've been blessed. I've worked with all great people. It's hard to single people out. I loved, having done Napoleon, the original cast, they're kind of like family. And so I really learned a lot because I knew nothing before then. But I loved, Will Ferrell, David Spade, Nick Swartzen. I've worked with those guys. Nick Swartzen I've worked a number of times with. And that guy's just so funny. And but I've learned something from everyone.
Next question.
Hey, Jon, I got to say, you made me feel awesome this morning. I knew in my wardrobe I had a Napoleon Dynamite t-shirt from like 10 years ago, and I was still able to fit into it. So that's a major victory.
I was going to say.
Yeah, man. So thank you for that.
You're looking sick.
Yes. So I have 2 questions for you. First, relating to Ghost Team, I'm also a fan of October. What's your favorite Halloween costume that you've ever worn? And secondly, I gotta ask, because it's still bugging me, years later, I love the Napoleon Dynamite animated series. It was so good. What happened with that? And it really should still be on air today. So good.
Yeah. Thank you for the 2 questions. First part, I love old school Halloween. I love dressing up anything is awesome. Obviously, being an actor, that's what we do professionally. Sometimes. But I love the old school traditional Halloween costumes. Werewolf, Wolfman has always been kind of my go-to. I love that. But I dressed up as a clown when I was a kid. I mean, what kids dress up as clowns?
It's scary. That's freaking me out, yeah.
No, I was a cute clown. But you don't see you can't talk a kid into dressing up like a clown nowadays. It just seems like, well, what is a clown? It's so sad. We got to bring circuses and those, scary or not. But yeah, no, I love doing that. And then second part, it was, Napoleon cartoon. We love doing it. I tell people that we did 6 episodes. It really is, if you watch them back to back, it's like watching a sequel to the original movie. So that's your sequel, guys. Then the trilogy will then be, so you got live action, you got 6-part miniseries, sequel, colorful animated, sweet, nice, and then you got dark, weird,
Sundance, Prestige.
David Cronenberg-esque trilogy, 3rd movie where I'm start making, guns out of meat, and it's weird.
Oh man, so good, excellent. Next one here.
Hi, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
My question is, what are some of the biggest misconceptions when it comes to the comedy world?
That come from the comedy, I'm sorry?
Yeah, comedy world, the biggest misconceptions.
That we're funny? Is that kind of like that? From the comedy world, misconceptions. Yeah. My biggest, that everybody's that funny when they're off camera. But it's a different kind of funny. I mean, we all have friends. We all know people who are, oh my gosh, that guy's so funny, because they're just good, at telling stories and kind of being like that. But then, they're not actors, and they get on screen and it's like, oh, it's just a different vibe. And then some people are snap. The second the cameras roll, they're the funniest thing ever. And then the cameras turn off and they're just go back to their seat and they start reading their Chekhov. That might be, I don't know if there's any, every single person is different, and but we do live and breathe, and that's a misconception.
Well, there's
all robots.
Well, there's definitely a lot of funny in Ghost Team, and you guys should check it out August 12th. And one more hand for Jon, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much, man.
Great questions.